Well, this morning, it's about 8 a.m. right now. It's like sprinkled pretty much quite often through the night. And it's overcast right now. Take a look around here. It looks like it's going to be like overcast and chance for rain pretty much all day. So I've decided, instead of going riding down to Needles Highway and Wildlife Loop Road and Iron Mountain Road, I'm going to go to Deadwood instead. I was going to go to Deadwood tomorrow and then into Sturgis in the afternoon, tomorrow afternoon. But I'm going to do Deadwood today instead, and then I'll just I plan on going down to do those rides on Sunday. It looks like it could work that day, so making a little alteration in my plans. But that's how it goes sometimes. It just seems like this year is going to be a wet year, a cloudy year. Sometimes that's how it goes. Just gotta roll with it. So, I think I'll get my breakfast ready and be going to Deadwood after a while. Okay, I got everything packed up, got fresh ice in the cooler, should be good for a couple days. And I'm about to head out to Deadwood. And right now it's sprinkling a little bit. So how heavy a rain I'll get in on the way there, I don't know. Maybe it won't be too bad, but at least it's not very far. So that's how it looks like here at the campground right now. But I'm going to head to Deadwood now, so see you there. Well, I just arrived at Deadwood. Just parked back there. Gotta head towards Main Street, historic Main Street. I switched over from my boots over to my tennis shoes, doing some more walking so today. So I may as well have something a little bit lighter on the feet. But anyways, here's Deadwood, South Dakota. The wet version. Right now it's not raining, so that's nice. Not even sprinkling, I notice anyways. So, not all that bad, I guess. You know, Deadwood's kind of a historic place, so of course they have some information on some of the places. Here's some information on the county jails and capital punishment. There's a guy getting hung here. That was in 1897. Apparently it happened right here. Wow. Yeah. And even brought a little kid to the execution for hanging. Man alive. I guess President Taft came to Deadwood October 21, 1911. Gave a speech right here. There's the building right there. trees in the way, kind of can't see all of it, but that is the building I'm standing in front of right now. Cool. He's somewhere in there. Apparently, let's see, Howard, President Taft, and Coolidge are the only two presidents to visit Deadwood in the 20th century. And that's the old depot there, and right now they have that as a visitor center. So I think I'm going to go in there and kind of look around and see what we see in there. I've been in there before, but it's been quite a few years since I've actually gone inside there. You know, this is the parking lot right next to the depot here, the visitor center. And this used to be pay parking. They had parking meters here. Apparently it's no longer. We're paying, I think. I don't know, because they used to have meters for each spot. Huh. Oh, I don't know, maybe they still do. I see a little parking fee thing there. I don't know. I'll find out later. I never parked here because it was pay, so I parked down there where I did and just walk here. It's not very far, so I always park free in Deadwood. There we go. Head into there. Just take a little look around here. It looks like they just changed how they pay for parking. a scale here. You can stand on there and then weigh yourself. Goes back in the day, it's probably for luggage. Maybe, I don't know. Got restrooms in this section. Women's on this side and men's over on the other, around the corner. The Adams Museum. I went through that several years ago too. It's quite interesting. I'll have to do that again sometime. Maybe next year. It's really beautiful how they've restored so much of this town. Really, really nice. I think what I'm going to walk up to Mount Moriah Cemetery now. Go see Wild Bill at his grave site. And then I'll come back. I'll come down and I'll probably dig out my lunch and sit in the park there and have a bite to eat. Then after that, I'll walk back down here and go down historic Main Street. So I'm going to head up towards the Mount Moriah Cemetery, and yes, I'm going on foot. That's the way to do it, if you ask me. Make it memorable. Gotta work for it to make it special. Really cool. I just crossed the road from that side. What they have here in this spot, you press a button and it'll flash like that, and then you can cross, you know. So people have to, they have those LED lights that were flashing, and so that's pretty cool. Anyways, those steps I'm going to go up are up here. I'm glad I'm wearing my tennis shoes this year. Last year I wore my boots. And after going up, I kind of wish that I had worn my shoes instead. But there's the steps going up. Mount Moriah Cemetery. Just got to the top of the steps here. Just follow the signs of Mount Moriah Cemetery. Steps going down. So now just follow the sidewalk. Now these up here too. Deadwood's first cemetery. It was right in this lot right here. Wow. So originally he was actually buried here. And then later moved up to where he is now. Yeah. It remains were then reburied in Mount Moriah. Wow. Well, that's where a couple people are discovered in 06 and 12. Okay, well anyways. Yeah, there's a sign there. I'll go up that way. Whew, kind of going up a steeper hill here. I wonder how many people walk up here. The last one to walk up here was probably me last year. We'll just go around the bend here. And it's right up there. Look around here. Gotta look through a fence, but there we go. Whew. I think I'm going to let that crowd disperse, wait for them to leave. In the meantime, I think I'm going to walk down here and up to that perch and overlook Deadwood. Look at Deadwood down below. There's Deadwood. You know, the historic main street is right down there. Kind of got the trees kind of growing up now, kind of blocking the view. You can see the Silverado down there. That's a Silverado. That's the Deadwood Mountain Grand. I think they're operating that as a hotel. Just love listening to the sound of Deadwood. Okay, go up to this other one up here now. This other overlook. I do not remember this here being here last year, so this must be new. Cool. Bird's eye view of Deadwood Gulch. Cool. If you want, you can pause and read that. See if I can. I'll hold it there for a little while, let it give kind of a clear shot. You can read that if you want by pausing it. Okay, you can look over here. It's a panoramic view there. That's an old picture, it looks like. Let's see, a more recent here. Cool. But let's take a look at the real thing here. I think the angle is better over this one. Flag never goes down on Mount Moriah Cemetery. Deadwood was granted permission by the U.S. Congress during World War I to fly the flag 24 hours a day to honor all veterans who have served our country. Take a look at the flag. Not much for wind right now. It's starting to sprinkle right now too. But there we go. Obviously you can see the Franklin Hotel. That one stands out real easily. That's the most easiest to recognize. Trees that way, but look in that direction, just cool. Listen to the sound. And think of the history. There we go. I'll head back over towards the grave and see if it's cleared out there. So, see you over there. Okay. There we go. Wild Bill. Whew. Western legend Wild Bill. In August 2nd, 1876. And it's August 1st, 2019 right now. So tomorrow night is the exact day. Man. The exact day anniversary. It's interesting how people leave things here. Rocks, coins. Cards. And then there's Calamity Jane. I think I'm going to go down around and come up on that path. I think we can do that, but there we go. And this particular .2002, the sculpture came to be in 2002. But let's go around and take a look at Calamity Jane. From a different angle, that is. Yeah, I decided I am not going to go up there. Please stay on roadway and established pathway. So that is not, even though other people have, I'm not going to be doing that myself. So there we go. So now I'm going to go down back to my bike, get my lunch, and have a bite to eat. So see you down at the picnic area. You know, I'm walking on my way down from Mount Moriah Cemetery. Remember, on the way up, I was questioning, I wonder if anyone else ever walks up it. I thought to myself, maybe I'm the last one since first person since last year, which was me. But just on my way down, there are 3 people walking on the way up. So, so yeah, there are other people who do walk up there, not just me. And then here's the top of the city steps. We got their sign there. There's an old truck there. Okay, got his little slip and slide there. Okay, going down. I'm going to stop recording as I go down the steps, of course. And here I am at the park across from the Family Dollar. People under the shelter already, so I picked this table. It's kind of under a tree, so that kind of helps. There's kind of a dry spot on right here, so some parts of it's wet, but right where I'm at, it's fine. Okay, I'm gonna eat. Chow down. Well, I finished off my sandwiches. I'm just got a little bit of my pop left. And after this, I'm going to take and walk down to the historic Main Street, Deadwood. Original Deadwood tour. Cool. Well, that's what I do. I'm gonna walk over there, and I think I'll have there's a Dairy Queen down there, and I'll stop in there and have a Blizzard. That's another tradition I have. And right now it's only 1 o'clock. Yeah, I planned on doing this day tomorrow, so I didn't really fill it up with many things to do here in Deadwood, just what I've done so far and what I'm going to be doing, because tomorrow I wanted to be back in Sturgis in the afternoon 'Cause at 4 o'clock, apparently there's going to be a guy that's going to jump a motorcycle over Main Street. So I wanted to be there for that. So I want to get there earlier. I wanted to get there earlier after here. So I did not plan for much today for in Deadwood. So I'm thinking maybe next year when I come back to Deadwood, I'll plan more things to do it on a different day. You know, earlier in the trip, I think. I'll decide that for next year, though, because there's a lot of things to do here in Deadwood that I'm not going to get around to today. So, but we'll see. But I'm going to just enjoy sitting here for a little while and finish up my pop and head down to Main Street. Okay, I'm going to take a look at this sundial and see if I can see what time it is. Nope, for the second year in a row, I can't tell what time it is. Overcast. Same thing happened last year. I still have not gotten a look at that thing to tell what time it is yet. Well, hopefully next year the sun will be out. Next time I'm here. Who knows, maybe I'll come back here again. I don't know. Like stop in here to have a picnic. But I don't know, we'll see. But better luck next time. I'm gonna head back to my bike and drop off the cooler. And then head Main Street. There's the Deadwood Mountain Grand. It's a Holiday Inn Resort. Let's take them across the street right now. There we go. Historic Main Street, Deadwood. Welcome. I'm thinking, I don't remember this being here. 18th century historic landmark. Huh. We have to check in my videos from the past and see if that was there. I do not remember that. Entertaining guest since 1876, Deadwood. Cool. Right, here we go. Yeah, here it is, Deadwood's historic Main Street. Just think, you know what it's like for us, you know, being tourists and coming to this place. See what it's like for kids. Get to have school right on Main Street here. Wonder what that's like. All right, kids, for history class, we're going outside. Gosh, must be pretty cool. And there's where the trial of Jack McCall takes place. The Masonic Temple. The Silverado. Must be getting ready for something or something there. Something or something, I said. Yeah, Well, I think I'm going to stick around then. Maybe we'll get to see something interesting. We are getting set up. Okay, well, let's stick around for this. There's something going on. I think I'll stay over here where it's safe. Yeah, it seems a bit worked up there. Sprinkling out again. And this is the Franklin Hotel here. Just gonna see inside there. Got a slot machine.
Well, howdy, folks. I did not get a single person answer me out of all you people. Come on, I know it's a little rainy outside, but I know we can do better than that. Let's try this together. Everybody together now. Howdy, folks. Howdy. All right, well, we are Deadwood Alive. We bring history to life 14 times a day, 6 days a week, all summer long. We finish off each of those days with the trial of Jack McCall right up here in this corner building where the sign says Trial of Jack McCall. Now, by applause, how many of you folks know who Jack McCall was? Well, for those of you who don't know, Jack McCall is the fellow that shot our friend Wild Bill down inside the saloon number 10. Now, by doing that, he put Deadwood on the map for something other than those millions of dollars worth of gold that they found out here. And he also went on trial for that murder the very next day. And that's what we reenact for you. We get all the history in there, a whole lot of fun, even a little bit of music. Now, if you'd like to get tickets to that show, I would recommend you get them in advance. That way you don't have to wait in line when that show is getting ready to start here. Just check with old John Manning right up there in that corner building right after this show. He will have them on sale, and that way you don't have to wait in that big long line when that show is getting ready to start. Now, obviously, you guys have found us up here today, and we're doing our shows just a little bit different today because of the Sturgis pre-rally. All of our gunfights and different shows we'll be doing right up here in this spot, and all of those shows in between we'll be doing right there in that corner building. And so if you have one of our schedules, just substitute the locations for either right here or inside that corner building. Now, since we are getting just a little bit of weather for this show, I think we're going to do a little bit of an abbreviated version. That way you guys don't have to stand out here in the rain just quite as long. Now, Wild Bill, he will be doing his shows down at 1, 3, 5, and 7 inside saloon number 10. So that show is still in the same spot. And we'll also be doing the capture of Jack McCall at 7:35 right down there in front of saloon number 10. But other than that, all of our shows will be right up here. But as I said, we're going to do just a little bit of an abbreviated version for you. That way you don't have to stand out here in the rain for too long. Well, back in September of 1876, the people of Deadwood decided they wanted a little bit of law and order in town. I'm going to interrupt myself for just a moment. Before we do start this gunfight, I do got one big favor to ask of everybody, and that is that you please stay on the sidewalks. You can sit on the curb, that is just fine, but please do not step in front of that curb and definitely don't come out here onto the bricks. Reason for that is we're going to be using an 1858 Remington. It's a Captain Ball revolver. It's a real gun. We load that thing up with 15 grains of black powder, and instead of a lead ball, we pack it down with cream of wheat. That's because we're serial killers. Now, you'll be just fine as long as you stay up on those sidewalks, but if you were to happen to wander out here during this shootout, we would have to put a stop to the show for safety concerns because we definitely don't want anybody getting injured. So stay up on those sidewalks and you'll be just fine. Well, back in September of 1876, the people of Deadwood decided they wanted a little bit of law and order in town. So they hired a fella by the name of Con Stapleton to be Deadwood's town marshal. Now, there was just a little bit of a problem with that. See, back in 1868, the U.S. government signed a treaty over in Fort Laramie. They gave all the land from the Bighorn Mountains all the way over to the Missouri River to the Lakota people. So Con actually had no jurisdiction here at all. Now, despite that fact, his many exploits are well documented, including this incident from the 14th of January, 1877.
Well, looks like she's out again.
Yeah.
Oh well, at least she's quiet. That's just the way I like things here, all nice and peaceful like.
Yeah, that's a rare thing in this camp.
Well, you can say that again.
That's a rare thing in this camp.
No,
Look,
just an expression.
you know what? You ought to wake up Calamity here and get her home before it gets dark.
No, don't be bothering her. Besides, your old mule knows the way home as it is.
No, don't really wake her up.
No, she doesn't. Just, I told you, her old mule. Try to let you sleep.
God bless you. All right. To the end again.
Oh, here's another one here. Come on, boys. Good for you. General Sherman.
General Sherman.
All right, nobody moving, nobody get hurt. And that goes for you too, little hot dog. And you, wipe that stupid grin off your stupid face.
Hey. Oh, Calamity. For you right now, pal.
Hey, you take care of Dave. I'm taking him off to jail.
Boy, that was a close one. Goner.
Right there in the middle of your forehead.
What? Oh, I'm sure it's not a good night's sleep, old face. Oh.
Now, folks, the strange gets only stranger. It's not only old David Lunt walked out of Mount Chapman's saloon that day, he continued to walk the streets of Deadwood for 67 days with a bullet hole right there in the middle of his forehead. 67 days he walked around like that, till one day he got himself just a little bit of a headache, went up to the Centennial Hotel to take a nap, and he died in his sleep. When old Doc Babcock did the autopsy on him, he said the only reason that David had died was because a piece of bone started to abscess in the wound. And that's the way things really were in Deadwood back in 1877 when old David Lunt took a bullet to his noggin. Thank you so much for being here, folks, and have a great Deadwood day. Now remember, Wild Bill will be doing all of his shows down inside Saloon number 10 at their regular time, so all of those will be the same. And we'll be having ourselves our next gunfight, weather permitting, at 4 o'clock, right here in this same spot, so you don't want to miss it, folks. Make sure you talk to old John Manning right up there in that corner building. Get yourself some tickets for the legendary trial of Jack McCall. We hope to see you all there later on tonight, and you have yourselves a great day.
My mama had a soft spot for a little raisin boy, so she had two more just like it takes an angel to raise a family. It comes from the
is a saloon number 10. The old style saloon number 10. Interesting place.
And welcome to the old style saloon number 10. In a few moments, you'll step back in time to witness what happened on that fateful day, August 2nd, 1876, when Wild Bill Hickok was gunned down by crooked-nosed Jack McCall. The employees of the number 10 will set the scene for you, so sit back, hang on to your sarsaparilla, and we'll start from the beginning. It was during the latter part of August 1875. Frank Bryant and a party of 7 gazed down into a gulch of tangled, broken trees, which from then on was to be known as Deadwood Gulch. They made their way to the bottom and began to pan for gold. Soon the cry of gold echoed up and down the canyon walls. They hastily built a crude cabin east of their find, but nevertheless went on to prospect throughout the northern hills, only to return on November 8, 1875, to post a claim of their discovery. On the very next day, November 9, 1875, a second group filed a claim just short of 3 miles up the creek. This outlined a stretch that was destined to become known as the richest placer claim area, not only in North America, but the entire Western Hemisphere. As news of this bonanza leaked out, the rush was on, resulting in a flood of mankind from all directions. The Army could no longer stop the invasion of the fortune hunters. By August 2nd of 1876, Deadwood Gulch, now known as Deadwood City, and often referred to as Sin City, had acquired a worldwide reputation as a booming metropolis. Its surrounding hills and creeks were loaded with gold. Even greenhorns were said to be able to find nuggets, well, as they put it, bigger than horse turds. Its streets were lined with substantial businesses, offering everything from an opera house to dance halls, saloons and banks, stores of every sort, but mainly saloons and gambling dens. Deadwood Gulch was jam-packed with every variety of mankind, good and bad. The likes of Wild Bill Hickok, Seth Boyd, Wyatt Earp, Calamity Jane, Colorado Charlie Utter, California Joe, and Preacher Smith. Somewhere between 4,000 to 6,000 of them. They came with greed or lust and high ideals, but the frenzied excitement that Deadwood provided well satisfied their pioneer spirits. 2 guys named Nuttall and Mann couldn't picture themselves seeking their fortune as prospectors, and instead built a house on their placer claim, number 10, which became known as Saloon Number 10. On the morning of August 2nd, 1876, Harry Young was tending bar in the number 10. His hair was greased, as was customary for bartenders in gold camps. This was essential as part of a method used by bartenders to collect a little extra loot for themselves. Before reaching into a prospector's poke for a pinch of gold to collect for a given whiskey, the bartender would rub his fingers through his greasy hair, thus oiling them well. He would deposit the unoiled gold dust into the boss's take, and by again rubbing his fingers through his hair, redeposit the oily flakes where it could be washed out later. It said that there was a bald-headed barkeep who was known to have half a dozen hair pieces, all well-oiled. His take was enormous, as the laundering process was more efficient. The dance hall girls had arrived on Colorado Charlie Utter's wagon train in late June, ready and willing to entertain the thousands of eligible prospectors. Some came with hopes of finding the right man. Others came simply to make their own fortune. Their attire, somewhat more revealing than what was thought to be proper, was looked down upon by those trained in ladylike etiquette, but nonetheless, they brought to the gold rush an air of reckless, dazzling excitement. By August 2nd, 1876, they were well established up and down Deadwood City's main street, working around the clock in one fashion or the other. Honky-tonk piano and their songs of promising spirit filled the air. Many an unlucky prospector could find hope for tomorrow, for he knew what the night would bring. About 3 o'clock in the afternoon, Wild Bill Hickok entered Saloon Number 10, seeking a little poker action. Charlie Rich, a gambler from Starlink, R. Man, owner of Saloon Saloon Number 10, and Captain Massey, a riverboat captain from Missouri, were engaged in a game of draw poker and were quick to invite Bill to join them. Wild Bill's reputation demanded that he be exceedingly cautious. For instance, he never liked to sit with his back to the door. The vacant seat was so located, and a lively debate between Charlie Rich and Bill resulted in an attempt on Bill's part to get Charlie's chair.
Get out of my chair! I mean, you don't think so.
Bill was not given his request, and grudgingly, with great hesitation, took the empty chair. But after a few minutes, he stood up and again asked Charlie for his chair.
Dang it, Charlie, I can't sit here. You know it. Now get out of that stink.
Bill didn't win this argument either, and on this rare occasion, he settled down, sitting with his back to the door. Reverence, though, kept Bill alert, for all knew him to be a left-handed drinker, leaving his right hand free to handle his pistol. As unpredictable as card games are, Bill found himself quickly losing to Massey, who lost to Bill the night before. Bill asked Harry for $15 worth of pocket checks. Harry brought them over to Bill and returned to the bar and his duties. Soon, a shifty drifter known as Jack McCall entered the saloon. Bill quickly turned while drawing his gun. Recognizing McCall as a newcomer to town, he greeted him with a friendly,
"Howdy, Jack."
then reholstered his gun and resumed the game. Jack slowly circled the table, pausing briefly behind each player and analyzing each hand.
Get out of here.
Wild Bill's attention was on Massey. There was a friendly argument between them, and Wild Bill remarked, upon returning directly behind Wild Bill, suddenly Jack McCall,
Bang!
the bullet struck Bill in the back of the head, coming out of his left cheek and lodged in Captain Massey's left arm. It was discovered soon after the cards Bill was holding were aces and eights, forever known as the dead man's hand. All fled the saloon except Carl Mann, who was held at bay by McCall. Jack snapped the trigger of his gun several times. It failed to fire. He then ran out the door and up the street. He was found hiding in a building behind a butcher shop. Later on in the day, he was tried in a miner's court. The jury, being tainted and influenced by a deceitful defense, found McCall not guilty, and he was released. This decision not only outraged the judge, but also the general populace. McCall left the camp in haste. Upon reaching supposed safety in Wyoming, he began bragging of his ignoble deed. Word of this reached the U.S. Marshal, who tracked McCall down, arrested him, and sent him to Yankton to be tried again in Dakota Territory. It was determined, since the first trial was held in Indian Territory, that it was not legal. McCall was found guilty and hung for his cowardly crime. He was buried in an unmarked grave on the edge of town. Later, as the town grew, the cemetery was moved. As the coffins were opened, one corpse was found with a rope around its neck. It was easily identified as Jack McCall, the assassin of Wild Bill. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for taking the time to allow us
Let's hear it for my volunteers. They did a great job. Hey, we'll be up here for a little while. Do you want a picture with me or? There it is. Or Jack over here. Come on up. Don't be shy. Hey, not a spit tube either. Do not spit in that thing. Dead and Alive, be on the streets, 4 o'clock, next show, Franklin Hotel. Hope to see you there. Have a great day, everybody.
Okay, back at the bike, and my battery is almost getting really dead. So after the saloon number 10 I was in, I just walked around a little bit down Deadwood, and my battery was already low then, so I didn't do any recording, but I went to Dairy Queen, had my Blizzard, And then I bought a little souvenir penny booklet. Let's see if I can get to dig it out. I have those pressed pennies. I'm going to put them in there. I needed something to put them in, so you know when you put the pennies in, turn the crank, and you get an image on it. So now I have something to put it in. But I've decided tomorrow I'm going to come back to Deadwood, and there's one more little place that I wanted to go today. But I would have gone there now if the battery hadn't been so low, but it's getting kind of later now, so I want to get back to camp for supper anyhow. So I'm going to head back to camp, and we'll see you there. Okay, back at camp, as you can see. Just got back a little while ago, but I had to dig out my little penny pocket books, and I'll show you. There, see? Those are the pennies I wanted to put in there. I have a whole bunch of them at home too, but I've never had anything to put them in. Hopefully I can find all of them, and probably scattered all over the house though. But anyways, now I have a place to put them in. There we go. That's why I got that. But it's a little after 5:30 right now, and I looked at the weather radar, and it looks like the rain. There's no rain coming at all. It looks like there's some to the south of us right now, but it's already almost passed already. It kind of almost looks like it's clear that way, just beyond those clouds. So let's hope it carries over into tomorrow. Like I said when I was in Deadwood, I decided I'm going to go back to Deadwood tomorrow, and there's one more thing that I wanted to do today that I didn't. I ran out of battery. And it won't take all day either, so I'll be able to get back into Sturgis, the main street, in plenty of time, because I want to be there before 4, well before 4, a couple hours before that in fact. So probably going to get ready for supper after a while here. Not right now, I think I can wait. I'm not exactly starving. Had ice cream not too long ago, but when I came into the campground, there was quite a long line at the ticket place to get their wristbands, so I'm glad I'm already in already. But anyways, this is how the campground looks right now. And in this section of this campground where I'm at, it normally does not get crowded. The crowded section is further into the campground where all the activity takes place. But this section is relatively quiet. But you can hear noise from over there sometimes. I do have earplugs available just in case. I have needed them in the past, but of course haven't had this year yet. So that's what it's like here. So I'll see you in the next clip. There we go. Got supper on. I just charged up the phone with the generator. Got it fully charged again. So, and it's going to be ramen noodles tonight. I can read that while I'm at it. Also got that and this for supper. So, and let's take a look at the sky now. And as you can see, the cattle are all having their supper too. What you notice is there's the sun. Like it is clear off to the west, so that's good. I had to take my sunglasses out of and put them on again. I didn't think I would need them again tonight, but I did. But anyways, that's how it is now. And there are a couple more campers there. So wait for the water to get boiled, and then I'll put in the noodles, and it'll be time for supper. So I'll talk to you later. Oh, I think I might go take a shower tonight. Probably will, in fact. But that's after supper. So see you later. You know, just finished eating, and I just put everything away. Just want to do a clip right now. How nice it is. No wind at all. About 69 degrees right now. There's the cows still out grazing. Might as well clip before it got too dark. The sun's about to set in a little bit. Take a look at the clouds. Rolling on out because it's clear to the west. And I hope it stays clear. Been wrestling with rain this year like crazy. And tomorrow is the first official day of the Sturgis Motorcycle Rally for 2019. But my bike has been running awesome. Checked the oil on it last night, and then that's just right. There's a couple. There's a dog barking over there. There was a different guy over in that spot this morning, for the last couple days. That either left or moved somewhere else. I don't know. But in a little bit, I am going to go take a shower. I usually take my showers usually in the evenings and then into the night. Less people. Most of the time it's just me in there. Better than in the morning. Too crowded then. So that's how I do it anyways. So. And tomorrow, like I said earlier, I plan on going to Deadwood. Again, there's one more thing that I wanted to see that I did not get to do today because the battery on the on my camera was almost dead. There, got it playing around over there. Oh, there he is. Yeah. Easy. Now, where was I? Oh yeah, talking about Deadwood. If it's really nice tomorrow, maybe I should go ride Needles Highway, Wildlife Loop Road, and Iron Mountain Road tomorrow. I think I could still make it back in time. I don't know. I'll think about it. And do that instead of going to Deadwood. I don't know. But we'll see what the weather is like tomorrow. So I'll do another clip to conclude today's video. So just in case something pops up. I don't think there's no storms coming, so probably not. But anyways, I'll do a concluding clip later on. Okay, I've just been sitting here relaxing. It's about 8:30 right now. And this is my concluding clip for today's video. And I need to say one more thing. I changed my mind about going to Deadwood tomorrow. I've decided I'm going to go to Black Hills Harley Davidson instead. So I'll go to Black Hills Harley Davidson and then to Sturgis, to Main Street. So I'll go to stop in Deadwood another day. It's not far away, so I decided just for the first day of the rally to go there to the Black Hills Harley Davidson. I haven't been there for a couple of years, so may as well go there. One last look around here. Right after this clip, I'm going to go take my shower and then come back and go straight to bed. See, can we still see the cows there? But, yep, that's what I'm going to do. So, thanks for watching this video, today's video. And look forward for tomorrow's video. We'll go to Black Hills Harley Davidson and Main Street Sturgis for the very first day of the 2019 Sturgis Motorcycle Rally. So, thanks for watching. See ya in the next video.